Hi everyone and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Since this is going to be the booktube newbie tag, I'm going to assume there's going to be new people here who've probably never seen my face. Should I have done this video as like my first video? Probably, but I guess I just got too excited and just made different videos instead. I saw Read by Iz do her newbie tag and I realized, this does exist, so I should probably do it. Anyways, like I said, we're going to be doing the booktube newbie tag, so let's get the questions and start answering them. I did write them all down in my new 2026 journal, reading journal, which I will be making a video on because I'm actually really happy with how it's turning out so far. I'm going to wait until I start the video to put stickers and make it look all cute, but I am going to be doing a proper journal. I don't know if it'll be more of a walkthrough or like a time lapse of me doing them and me just talking above. Anyways, I have all the questions in here. So question number one is, why did you start a booktube? I love talking about books. I'm very lucky that I have a lot of friends in my real life that I can talk to books about. My mum's a reader, I can talk to her about books. It just brings me a lot of joy in life, and I like to talk to new people as well. I've always been a viewer of the bookish community. For years I've been on booktube like as a viewer, and yeah, I'm a very creative person, so I'm hoping that with time my editing and filming skills improve and then I can make like really fun and intriguing and engaging videos that not only are enjoyable to watch, but I also love to edit, because at the minute I'm loving editing and I feel like every new video, especially with vlogs, I'm like trying to get better at it. And I think you can see that with like the, I don't know, 3 vlogs that I already have out. So yeah, it's just a great way to be more in the community, contributing to the community, and fun little creative outlet for myself. Also at the minute I am a uni student, but I'm in a bit of a limbo where I need to do an internship and I'm waiting to hear back from places, and up until then I'm back here at home and I have a lot of free time. So yeah, I do work, but at the minute I have a lot of days where I'm at home, and what better to do than to read and then talk about the books that I read. Then the next question is, what fun and unique thing can I bring? Well, I don't think that there's gonna be much unique aside from my personality, I guess, and how I come across on camera, and then hopefully the more I do this I'll develop more of like an editing style or something like that. But for now, just hopefully some creative ideas, maybe starting new challenges, thinking of fun ways to consume media as well as pick media. Hopefully some insightful thoughts, thought-provoking thoughts. To be fair though, most of the books that I read to escape, not necessarily to criticize. There are some books that I will pick up and I'm like, okay, this is like a book that I actually want to think about more than just out of entertainment, but usually I'm just reading for entertainment purposes. And hopefully some new book recommendations for you in the new year, and for the rest of next year I want to read a lot more books that not everyone's talked about. Though at the minute, I don't know if it's because it's the end of the year, and even though I have met my Goodreads goal, I still feel like there's just so many books that I want to read and I just don't have time for them, and I just don't think I'll ever have time for them. It's probably because it's the end of the year and I'm like, I need to read as much as I can. But yeah, it just makes me upset that there's just so many books I would love to read and I just don't have the time to. Like genuinely, that thought plays on my mind every single day recently. But then I bet you that the new year's gonna come and I'm gonna be like, oh, there's so much time to read new books. And then we'll be back in the same loop next November. But anyways, what are you most excited for? Definitely meeting and talking to new people. I've already been able to talk to new people, and yeah, just make new friends, new online friends. That would be really fun, and to like grow a little community where we can all talk to each other and get thoughts on books together. And why does this low-key feel like a job interview? I've been doing so many interviews lately. I'm sorry if this comes across as a job interview. That's just literally all that's been on my mind. Ooh, okay, question 4 is, what book series got you into reading? The first ever books that I can vividly remember reading, aside from like children's stories that my mom would read to me, those fairy books with like the name of someone and then they're like professional something. I'll find like the one that's called Lily, I guess. But then there was also these like dog, cat and horse books that were all glittery, and each would follow like a certain breed or colored dog and it would go on an adventure. I'll throw the covers on screen. Those were like peak books at that time. I don't even know how old I would have been when I read those. But then more into books that you could probably read now. Definitely The Land of Stories. I don't even know how I discovered this book series, but I read it. My brother read it, he loved it. My mum when she was teaching at school. She read it to the children at school, and that is The Land of Stories. I think it's like 6 books long. Genuinely one of the best series. Is it middle grade? I guess it's middle grade. One of the best middle grade series ever. It just, because it ties in so many things that you grew up and love, but in such a fun and unique way. And I just remember falling in love with that series, and I have them up on my shelves and I love them so much. Then I kind of stopped reading as much. I definitely remember reading Harry Potter at some point in between. I remember being on holiday and reading it, and then when I got home, because I like read book 1, watched the first movie, read book 2, watched the second movie, I did like that. And that series, I do not condone J.K. Rowling, do not like her. If I'm going to watch the movies, I'm going to watch them illegally because I've tried to not support the author in any way that I can. But it was a very big part of my childhood, and any time that I consume any media of that, it still brings me back to being a child and being fascinated with being able to basically be in a completely different world. Like, that series definitely opened my eyes to fantasy and realizing how much I love being able to, like, just the fact that authors can create worlds like that is insane, and I feel like I chase that feeling in every single fantasy book that I read. That series does mean a lot to me. Other series that mean a lot to me, there's quite a few, as you can tell. The Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard. Again, I read this, loved this book. My brother read them, he loved them as well. I genuinely, like, I need to do a reread of these soon because this series just, again, means so much to me. And I read it at a time where I could just fully immerse myself into a series like that. Like, I also was quite a slow reader at the time, so I feel like it hit even more. Not that reading fast doesn't hit, but I think at the time I wasn't really reading or trying to read as many books, so I just had all the time in the world to read this series, and like, I remember taking my time with it. And then another series which is not nearly as talked about enough is the Heir Awakens series, which is very similar to Red Queen in the sense that it's like 2 royal brothers, and there's magic and there's trials and there's love triangles, and such a good series. It's also quite a long series, and I remember I read it on my Kindle when I like first got my Kindle. Such a good series, such a good series. I need those covers physically. That artwork for those books set the bar for me at a very young age for what I like my books to look like. Yeah, those are kind of the books that stick out the most in my childhood. Question number 5. Why do you love reading? I don't think I have a very original answer for this. I think I've touched on it as well. I love fantasy books, so I love being able to escape. I also love romance books because, I don't know, I love love and I love reading about love. Can indulge in a good sci-fi book. Could I tell you the last sci-fi book I read? No, but I'm sure if I found a good one I would like it. I love a good thriller, mystery, but I also love when genres blend together. Like, if a book has, I don't know, a mix of all my favorite genres, I'm also very happy with that. And yeah, I also love annotating my books, making them look read. I am very much a crack the spine, dog-ear the page if I need to, scribble, highlight, all of that. That's very much me, so apologies if that's not you, but oops. Question number 6 is questions I would ask to a booktuber. Questions I would ask sorry, I can't read my handwriting, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, probably if we could buddy read a book, because I love buddy reading, and if we could buddy read a book. And as much as I love technology and the fact that, you know, you can talk to people when you're not in the same room, I would love to buddy read with someone in person. I don't think I've done that in like a good year. That sounds very lonely. I swear it's just because it just has not come up, and I am a uni student. But yeah, to just... There's a baby crying. Whose baby? No one has a baby. Okay, question number 7. Challenges starting booktube. Definitely just starting it. I tried in my first year of uni, I tried to start a booktube channel. So that would have been like 3 years ago now. And it just didn't stick because uni got hard, as it does. And my time got consumed by trying to make friends, starting uni, being in a city by myself, away from my family for the first time. Yeah, didn't work out at the time, but I'm still proud of myself for giving it a go. And actually, I think I posted like maybe 3 videos at the time, but not consistently. And then I just decided to put uni first because I kind of needed to get through uni. And then now that I'm in this weird limbo of not having any classes, I have a lot of time. And so I was like, you know what? I've always just wanted the time to start this. And so like a month ago, whenever it was that I started, I decided to do it, and that was hard. But I also think because I'm at home and a lot of my friends are still at uni, I was a bit like, I have nothing to lose. All of my friends are supportive friends, and I told them all about it and they all know, and they're all supportive. And if you're watching this, hi, I love you, thank you. And yeah, I also just, a lot of the fear at the beginning was, I don't know, people that I know of that maybe follow me on like other social media accounts would somehow end up seeing this because Instagram or TikTok would recommend them my profile or something, which why it does that, I don't know, and I don't like it because that was a fear of mine. Because I guess I don't like the fear of being perceived by people that I don't really, not that I don't care about them, but that I don't hold close to me. Like, because the people closest to me wouldn't judge me and they don't judge me, but the people that aren't close to me maybe do judge me, or maybe they don't and I'm just overthinking that. This feels a bit like a therapy session. I think the biggest test will be Vlogmas/Bookmas, which I'm going to attempt. I'm not going to do like a vlog every day because that would burn me out so quickly and I would feel so bad if I missed a day, and knowing me I would miss a day. So that's not going to happen this year, but I'm going to try to post twice a week up until Christmas. I feel like I'm going on a tangent. Every question I'm going on a tangent. When did you start reading? Honestly, who knows? I was read to as a child, then that would have turned into me reading with my parents, then that would have turned into me reading by myself. I got my Kindle so many years ago, 10 plus years ago, and I had like 5 friends on there. I had Geronimo and Thea Stilton. Those were characters, right? They had books. Like, I've been reading all my life, just at certain times it stopped. And then ever since picking up Six of Crows, because I watched Carrie Can Read's video, I think introducing herself to booktube, however many years ago that was when I decided to purchase Six of Crows. And ever since purchasing Six of Crows, I have not been stopped. And I have been reading not every day, but consistently since. So I guess you can say Carrie Can Read was the catalyst to get me back into reading. Where do I read? Anywhere that I can. In bed, on the couch, on the train, on the bus. Sometimes at work if I can put headphones on and listen to an audiobook. Yeah, literally anywhere. I guess the most is probably in bed, just because that would be reading at night. And my bed is comfy and a safe haven for me, so I guess my bed. What kind of books do you read? Literally anything. I'm very open to reading anything. My most read is probably romance, just because they're just easy to get through. Then it's probably fantasy. Like I said, I love mysteries, thrillers. Definitely want to delve more into sci-fi. Still read a lot of, I'll still read a YA book if it sounds good, promising. Like, genuinely, I've tried classics before. They're not my favorite just because they're not the easiest for me to, not because the writing is hard, though there are some classics where the writing is more difficult, but just because I can't focus most of the time reading a classic book because I have to think too much, and when I have to think too much I tend to start thinking about other things, kind of like the same way I keep going on tangents. So classics are very difficult for me to get through, but I'm trying my best when I read them. And yeah, again, I'm open to anything. And last question, book collection. What does my book collection look like? Well, the last video that I posted was me reorganizing all of my books. So that kind of gives you a little glimpse into all of my books. So if you want to have a look at my book collection, you can watch that video. It was really fun. Took me a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Okay, thank you so much for making it this far if you did, and I hope you got to know a little bit more about me. And if you want to stick around, then subscribe. Let me know what types of videos you'd want to see, if you prefer sit-down videos or vlogs or challenges, things like that, and I will try my best to accommodate to them. I have a lot of plans and there's not enough days in a week and weeks in a year to do everything that I want to do, but that's okay. I have loved making videos so far so much. I'm glad that I finally did the first step, and the first step was posting. So thank you so much for sticking around if you did, and I will see you in the next video.